Folks all knew old Walter Hayes by the fence along Route 3. Every spring he'd drive new posts as straight could be. He'd stretch the wire nice and tight, hammer ringing through the air. If a neighbor's fence had fallen, Walter somehow would be there. That fence never leaned through the wind and rain, built with steady hands again and again. That fence never leaned, standing tall and true. Some folks build with lumber, some build people too. One March storm came rolling in, breaking limbs across the road. Half the county woke next morning to fields standing open wide. Walter's truck stayed in the barn. He'd passed the week before, still before the sun was high. Neighbors gathered at each farm. Nobody asked who should begin or who would get the pay. They simply grabbed their hammers the way Walter always did. That fence never leaned, though the man was gone. His way of helping others quietly lived on. That fence never leaned across every field. Kindness leaves foundations that never seem to yield. Now my youngest grandson carries Walter's old claw hammer. He still checks each fence post twice before he drives another. He says, Grandpa always told me a fence should help your neighbor too. I smile beneath my weathered hat, 'cause I know that much is true. That fence never leaned, still lines every field. Not because the boards were strong, but because one heart was real. That fence never leaned long after Walter's days. A good man's work keeps standing in 1,000 quiet ways. The hammer rests, the fence stands straight. Morning comes again. just at dusk, Mrs. Green stepped out alone. She pulled a little chain till the porch light softly shone. Folks all thought she liked the glow for the moths and summer air. But every night she faced the road like someone might be there. The porch light stayed on long after dark, lighting up the front steps like a faithful heart. The porch light stayed on every single night. Some folks welcome people home with one little light. One November evening came, cold wind crossed the county line. A pickup stopped beside the gate just a little after 9. Out stepped David in army boots with the duffel on his back. Mrs. Green ran through the yard without looking back. The porch light stayed on all those passing years, guiding one young soldier home through his mother's prayers. The porch light stayed on, shining soft and warm. Home was waiting patiently, safe from every storm. David pulls that little chain. His children ask him why. He smiles but never explains. The porch light stays on by the old front door, welcoming tomorrow like it did before. The porch light stays on for whoever comes. Sometimes love is nothing more than leaving one light on. The light still shines across the yard. Welcome home. Every evening after chores, Daddy left his work shoes there by the back door on the mat, covered up with field dust. Mama never moved them far, She'd brush the leather clean, then set them side by side again, ready for the morning breeze. Those shoes by the back door walked 1,000 miles across the fields and through the years, with quiet country style. Those shoes by the back door, worn but standing true. A good man's life is measured by the work he follows through. One October harvest came. The corn stood tall and dry, but Daddy never laced them up. That cool October sky, neighbors filled the farmhouse porch, bringing pies and casseroles. Mama glanced toward the back door, where those old shoes still stood. Those shoes by the back door never walked again, but every board they helped to build still sheltered family and friends. Those shoes by the back door, waiting where they'd been, like a silent promise of the life he lived within. Years went by so quietly. My own son asked one day, why don't we throw those old shoes out? Nobody wears them anyway. I smiled and picked them off the mat, placed them in his hands. Someday you'll understand why some things never leave. Those shoes by the back door still remind us all, love can wear old leather without growing small. Those shoes by the back door rest where they belong. Some folks leave this old world, but their footsteps carry on. The screen door swings, morning comes, the shoes remain. Behind the old white farmhouse stood a maple tall and wide. Grandpa tied a rope one summer with a weatherboard to ride. Every evening after supper, children waited for for their turn. Higher than the garden fence, watching fireflies return. That maple tree swing carried laughter on the breeze. Simple little moments growing with the leaves. That maple tree swing never asked for much, just an old rope and a board and Grandpa's steady touch. One October, Grandpa's hammer rested quiet in the shed. The swing moved with the autumn wind, though no one climbed instead. Little Ellie walked outside, holding Grandpa's old straw hat. She gave the swing a gentle push, then quietly smiled back. That maple tree swing still dances in the air. Every breeze reminds us Grandpa's love is there. That maple tree swing, waiting year by year. Some memories keep moving, though the ones we love aren't here. Now my boy has tied new rope around that same old limb. The board is smooth from little hands, just like it once had been. Every push becomes a promise, passed from old to young. The sweetest family stories never stay unsung. That maple tree swing still flies toward the sky, holding generations as the seasons pass us by. That maple tree swing will always have a place where children's laughter echoes and love never fades away. The swing moves slowly, the evening settles, home feels the same. Every weekday before sunrise, Joe walked down the gravel lane with a dented tin lunch pail swinging by a leather strap. His wife tucked in 2 biscuits, an apple and a slice of ham.
Sometimes she'd slip a handwritten note, folded small beneath the jam. That old tin lunch pail rode beside his hand, filled with simple blessings for a hard-working man. That old tin lunch pail, worn and scratched with pride, it carried more than supper, it carried love inside. One cold morning at the quarry, Joe retired after 40 years. The men all signed his lunch pail with crooked names and cheers. He carried it back home that day, set it high upon a shelf. His little grandson pointed up and asked, "Can I have that myself?" That old tin lunch pail never held much gold, just enough to feed a man through rain and winter cold. That old tin lunch pail now rests above the door, reminding us that honest work is worth remembering for. Years from now, that little boy will head out before dawn, carrying his grandpa's pail, though grandpa's long since gone. He'll find one folded note inside, written in his grandma's hand: "Work hard, come home hungry, we'll always understand." That old tin lunch pail still tells its quiet tale, not through words or riches, but through a worn-out handle. That old tin lunch pail, passed from hand to hand, sometimes the finest inheritance is the life of a faithful man. The sun comes up, the road goes on, the lunch pail swings. At the county fair each August, folks would gather by noon. Mrs. Wilson brought her peaches, packed beneath the harvest moon. On the table by the judges sat a mason jar so clear, tied around with faded ribbon she'd brought every year. That blue ribbon jar shined in the summer sun, made with steady hands and work well done. That blue ribbon jar made with love and care. One August she stayed home. The fairgrounds felt so still. Nobody saw her pickup parked beside the hill. Young Claire carried one small box wrapped in flour sackcloth. Inside sat the peach preserves, along with Mama's note. It read, "If these taste just the same, then my work is through. The recipe belongs to all, not only me and you." That blue ribbon jar sat upon the stand, sharing one more harvest across the farming land. That blue ribbon jar never sought applause. It simply brought the neighbors one little taste of home. Now each August children gather, peaches piled up high. Grandma's worn recipe card hangs nearby to dry. No one asks who wins the prize. Before the judging starts, they all bring home a little jar and something in their hearts. That blue ribbon jar still shines every fall. Some gifts keep on growing when they're shared with all. That blue ribbon jar filled more than pantry shelves. It taught a little country town to give its best away. The fair rolls on, the ribbon fades, the recipe remains. The little white feed store opened every day at dawn. Mr. Harper swept the porch before the sun came on. Nails and wooden barrels, seed corn stacked out back. Farmers gathered by the stove, trading stories and a laugh. That little white feed store stood beside the square. If you needed help or hope, you'd always find it there. That little white feed store, more than wood and paint. Neighbors walked in one by one and never left as strangers. One spring morning, heavy rain flooded every field around. Fence posts floated down the creek, mud covered half the town. Mr. Harper opened wide, though the shelves were running low. Take what your animals need, he said, we'll settle when crops grow. That little white feed store never locked its door. Neighbors paid with honest hands, nothing mattered more. That little white feed store weathered every year, built on simple promises, folks still hold dear. Now the building stands restored, fresh white paint upon the wall. Grandkids gather every June for the county harvest ball. Inside hangs an old broom beside Mr. Harper's hat. No one ever moved them just the way he left them at. That little white feed store lives in every hand, helping one another build this farming land. That little white feed store still reminds us all, a town grows strong together when neighbors answer the call. The porch is swept, the sign still swings. Morning comes again. At the county fair each August, folks would gather by noon. Mrs. Wilson brought her peaches, packed beneath the harvest moon. On the table by the judges sat a mason jar so clear, tied around with faded ribbon she'd brought every year. That blue ribbon jar shined in the summer sun, made with steady hands and work well done. That blue ribbon jar passed from year to year. The sweetest things in life are made with love and care. One August she stayed home. The fairgrounds felt so still. Nobody saw her pickup parked beside the hill. Young Claire carried one small box wrapped in flour sackcloth. Inside sat the peach preserves, along with Mama's note. It read, "If these taste just the same, then my work is through. The recipe belongs to all, not only me and you." That blue ribbon jar sat upon the stand, sharing one more harvest across the farming land. That blue ribbon jar never sought applause. It simply brought the neighbors one little taste of home. Youngest children gather, peaches piled up high. Grandma's worn recipe card hangs nearby to dry. No one asks who wins the prize before the judging starts. They all bring home a little jar and something in their hearts. That blue ribbon jar still shines every fall. Some gifts keep on growing when they're shared with all. That blue ribbon jar filled more than pantry shelves. It taught a little country town to give its best away. The fair rolls on, the ribbon fades, the recipe remains. Folks all knew old Walter Hayes by the fence along Route 3. Every spring he'd drive new posts as straight could be. He'd stretch the wire nice and tight, hammer ringing through the air. If a neighbor's fence had fallen, Walter somehow would be there. That fence never leaned through the wind and rain, built with steady hands again and again. That fence never leaned, standing tall and true. Some folks build with lumber, some build people too. One March breaking limbs across the road. Half the county woke next morning to fields standing open wide. Walter's truck stayed in the barn. He'd passed the week before, still before the sun was high. Neighbors gathered at each farm. Nobody asked who should begin or who would get the pay. They simply grabbed their hammers the way Walter always did. That fence never leaned, though the man was gone. His way of helping others quietly lived on. That fence never leaned across every field. Kindness leaves foundations that never seem to yield. Now my youngest grandson carries Walter's old claw hammer. He still checks each fence post twice before he drives another. He says, Grandpa always told me a fence should help your neighbor too. I smile beneath my weathered hat, 'cause I know that much is true. That fence never leaned, still lines every field. Not because the boards were strong, but because one heart was real. That fence never leaned long after Walter's days. A good man's work keeps standing in 1,000 quiet ways. The hammer rests, the fence stands straight. Morning comes again. Miss Ruby watered flowers every morning before 9. Tin can in her left hand, sun hat pulled down low. Red geraniums by the window, white daisies in a row. She'd waved every passing truck before they'd even slow. Ruby's window flowers bloom through every year. Folks could find her little house long before they got near. Ruby's window flowers bright beside the lane. Some hearts welcome everyone without a single name. One hot summer afternoon, the flowers looked dry and still. Neighbors wondered why her watering can sat still. Little Annie crossed the road, carrying a bucket blue. She watered every flower just like Ruby used to do. Ruby's window flowers bloomed beside the door. kindness meant without a single word. Ruby's window flowers never asked for praise. They simply made the whole street smile day after day. Spring came back the following year. The garden bloomed once more. Now every child on Maple Street plants flowers by their door. Ruby's window flowers still brighten up the town. A little love keeps growing even when we're gone. Ruby's window flowers bloom beneath the sun. Sometimes the smallest gardens touch everyone. The flowers sway, another morning, another smile. Miss Ruby watered flowers every morning before 9. Tin can in her left hand, sun hat pulled down low. Red geraniums by the window, white daisies in a row. She'd wave to every passing truck before they'd even slow. Ruby's window flowers bloom through every year. Folks could find her little house long before they got near. Ruby's window flowers bright beside the lane. Some hearts welcome everyone without a single name. One hot summer afternoon, the flowers looked dry and still. Neighbors wondered why her watering can sat still. Little Annie crossed the road, carrying a bucket blue. She watered every flower just like Ruby used to do. Ruby's window flowers bloom beside the door. Children learned what kindness meant without a single word. Ruby's window flowers never asked for praise. They simply made the whole street smile day after day.
Now every child on Maple Street plants flowers by their door. Ruby's window flowers still brighten up the town. A little love keeps growing even when we're gone. Ruby's window flowers bloom beneath the sun. Sometimes the smallest gardens touch everyone. The flowers sway. Another morning, another smile.
At 5:30 each morning, old Frank lit the kitchen stove, set the black enamel coffee pot where the fire burned slow. Neighbors never knocked too hard, they'd simply call his name. There was always one more empty chair and coffee just the same. That coffee pot on the stove never stayed alone. Every cup it poured made another friend feel home. That coffee pot on the stove steam through winter snow. Kindness has a way of warming more than folks will know. One February morning, the fire wasn't burning bright. The curtain stayed half open long past morning light. Sheriff Dean stepped through the gate with his hat held to his chest. The old pot still sat on the stove, coffee warm as ever yet. No one spoke for quite a while, they just filled another cup, passing it around the table the way Frank always had. That coffee pot on the stove kept the room together. One warm cup and gentle words can outlast stormy weather. That coffee pot on the stove still starts every dawn. Though Frank has long since gone, his welcome carries on. His grandson lights the fire before the rooster caws. He pours the first cup just the same, then waits for friends to come. There's a little wooden sign above the kitchen door. Coffee's hot, come on in, just like years before. That coffee pot on the stove still whistles every day. Some traditions never fade, they simply find their way. That coffee pot on the stove still gathers hearts as one. Sometimes all the town remembers starts with someone saying, "Have a cup." The kettle hums, the door swings wide, morning starts again. At 5:30 each morning, old Frank lit the kitchen stove, set the black enamel coffee pot where the fire burned slow. Neighbors never knocked too hard, they'd simply call his name. There was always one more empty chair, and coffee just the same. That coffee pot on the stove never stayed alone. Every cup it poured made another friend feel home. That coffee pot on the stove steamed through winter snow. Kindness has a way of warming more than folks will know. One February morning, the fire wasn't burning bright. The curtain stayed half open long past morning light. Sheriff Dean stepped through the gate with his hat held to his chest. The old pot still sat on the stove, coffee warm as ever yet. No one spoke for quite a while, they just filled another cup, passing it around the table the way Frank always had. That coffee pot on the stove kept the room together. One warm cup and gentle words can outlast stormy weather. That coffee pot on the stove still starts every dawn. Though Frank is long since gone, his welcome carries on. His grandson lights the fire before the rooster calls. He pours the first cup just the same, then waits for friends to come. There's a little wooden sign above the kitchen door. Coffee's hot, come on in, just like years before. That coffee pot on the stove still whistles every day. Some traditions never fade, they simply find their way. That coffee pot on the stove still gathers hearts as one. Sometimes all a town remembers starts with someone saying, "Have a cup." The kettle hums, the door swings wide, morning starts again. The little white feed store opened every day at dawn. Mr. Harper swept the porch before the sun came on. Nails in wooden barrels, seed corn stacked out back. Farmers gathered by the stove, trading stories and a laugh. That little white feed store stood beside the square. If you needed help or hope, you'd always find it there. That little white feed store, more than wood and paint. Neighbors walked in one by one and never left as strangers. One spring morning, heavy rain flooded every field around. Fence posts floated down the creek, mud covered half the town. Mr. Harper opened wide, though the shelves were running low. Take what your animals need, he said, we'll settle when crops grow. That little white feed store never locked its door. Neighbors paid with honest hands. Nothing mattered more. That little white feed store weathered every year, built on simple promises folks still hold dear. Now the building stands restored, fresh white paint upon the wall. Grandkids gather every June for the county harvest ball. Inside hangs an old broom beside Mr. Harper's hat. No one ever moved them just the way he left them at. That little white feed store lives in every hand, helping one another build this farming land. That little white feed store
still reminds us all. A town grows strong together when neighbors answer the call. The porch is swept, the sign still swings, morning comes again.
Leaning by the back porch wall stood an old cane fishing pole. Grandpa cut it years before from the river's willow grove. Every June we'd leave at sunrise, walking down the dusty trail. One old coffee can of worms and a bucket with no pail. He'd say fish don't care who's the richest, they just bite when time is right. Then we'd sit and watch the water till the fading evening light. That old fishing pole caught more than fish. It gathered quiet moments a boy still keeps. That old fishing pole bent with every cast. Some of life's best lessons never came too fast. One July I walked alone down the river after work. The pole still leaned behind the porch, covered lightly by the dirt. I'd tied on Grandpa's favorite hook, though the line was old and thin. First cast landed near the stump where we'd always started then. I didn't catch a single fish before the setting sun, but somehow that old river bank felt less lonely when I was done. That old fishing pole still knows the stream, holding little echoes of a childhood dream. That old fishing pole still bends today, keeping Grandpa's stories from floating away. Now my little daughter laughs when the bluegills steal our bait. She asks if Grandpa ever fished. I smile and say, every day. She carries home that willow pole, nearly twice her height, already making memories she'll remember all her life. That old fishing pole still reaches far, not across the water, but across the years we are. That old fishing pole, simple, worn, and true. The finest things a father leaves are the days he shared with you. The river flows, the line grows still, the story carries on.